What's up, night owls? Welcome back to another episode of Adults After Dark, where the lights are low, the conversation is grown, and we talk about the stuff that nobody wants to explain. They just expect you to figure it out after your heart has already been bruised. No judgment, no sugarcoating, just real grown folks talk. And tonight is no different. We're getting into something that messes up a lot of relationships, which is the confusion between girlfriend energy and wife energy. Because think about it, most people aren't dating just to date. They're dating to become a wife or a husband, unless you make it clear to the person that you're dating that you're not interested in a relationship or marriage at that time. And if you don't understand the difference in the roles, timing, and responsibility, you end up giving wife devotion to someone who is only offering boyfriend efforts. So, of course, we have my girl Carla here with us tonight. Hey, Carla girl. Hey, Mimi, how are you? Girl, I saw the title and I just knew this is going to be a dope conversation. I know, Carla girl, but let me tell you, honey, that's the part that nobody wants to say out loud, girl. Girlfriend energy, it is not about playing house. A girlfriend still has her own life. She still makes her own plans without him. She keeps her social life and hobbies for her, not for them. She also shows up as herself, which is playful, feminine, confident. Now, she supports him, but she doesn't sacrifice her whole life to do it. Yes, Mimi girl, exactly. I mean, you're building chemistry, not running a household. If he takes you out on Saturday, you might cook him a meal on Monday. I mean, that's balance. Is no obligations, and when you're in his space, you help where you are, but you don't become his maid. You know what I'm saying? Which means you're not cooking and cleaning and doing his laundry. I mean, you clean what you use unless you all have an agreement, I'll cook, you clean the kitchen, clean the dishes, then that's, something different. Or I should say load the dishwasher, because a lot of people now do have dishwashers. So, you don't take his dirty laundry and clean it at your house, or you don't recognize his entire kitchen if you're just a guest. Just act like one. I know, Carla. Let me tell you. Excuse me. So, Carla, in my relationships, in a couple of my relationships, I've mentioned before that I was with this guy for 14 years, and I did wifey things. Um, I, I mean, I cooked, I cleaned, I did his laundry. Um, Hell, I took care of his kids, had sex when he wanted it. I mean, even though we lived together, so by us living together, now we're playing house. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what was expected of me. Now, my mom never said to me growing up, don't be a girlfriend and do wifely duties. I mean, if she did, I don't remember her saying anything about that. But I did that for 14 years. And then after we end up breaking up, I was with another guy for a couple of years. I've mentioned him on the channel as well. We were together for a couple of years. He ended up living with me, and I was so in love with him. Um, he would call me at 11, 12 o'clock at night because he wanted to come over. Now, normally when somebody call you that late at night, it's basically only one thing. It was all good to me. And if we had to work the next day, now we actually did work at the same facility, but we kept our work relationship work, and whatever we did outside of work was our business. It was still professional at work. So, but anyway, he would come over to the house. Girl, I would get out of my bed, fix him a hot meal, go down to the basement and do his laundry just so he can get him go to work the next morning. Now, I've been and fed him. We've been and had sex. I did his laundry and everything. He didn't sleep. I'm up till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, doing his laundry. Now, the laundry was down in the basement, so I had to go outside my back door and go down to the basement. This was before I decided to purchase a wash and dryer for my home for upstairs. So I would have to go down there and wash his clothes, and so that take a good 30, 40 minutes. Then I have to dry his clothes, and then I would iron his clothes. And like I said, he's in there sleeping, and I'm still up, and I have to be at work at 7 o'clock. And you talking about a sister that be tired. Girl, I would finish doing what I'm doing, and I would sit down, and before I know it, I'm nodding. And it was only 2 people at the whole facility that knew that we was messing around. And so one of the people, they would see me and say, I guess my friend was over last night, because I've been and fell asleep. And I was so glad that I never got fired, because, girl, you talking about tired. And I did that for another 2 years. And so when it came down to me actually meeting my now husband, it was a lot of things that I didn't do. And till this day, we've been together for 20 years, married 13, and I'm not doing no wifely duties too much. I mean, I will still cook every now and then. He washes his own clothes, but it's not like it was with the other guys, where I actually was just a girlfriend and did wifely duties. Now, the guy that I was with for a couple of years, I was just telling you, I was doing laundry and stuff and cooking in the middle of the night. We technically weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. We was just messing around. Now, I knew he was out doing whatever he was doing. I wasn't doing it because I considered him my guy. I mean, I had so much love for him. I was so in love with him. And it was just like we just had this understanding, and that's what it was. But now I'm like, I'm not doing it. And whatever happens between my husband and I'm not doing it. If I have a friend who's going to come over, we'll do whatever we're going to do, and then he's going home, I'm not cooking for you. I'm not doing anything. Don't ask me for nothing. Eat before you get here, pretty much. So here's why you shouldn't be a girlfriend doing wifely things, okay? Here's why that matters. Girlfriends don't make major life moves, right? You don't move countries for him. You don't raise his kids. You don't cohabitate. Just to make things easier. And I've done all of that. I raised the first guy raised his 2 kids. Raised them like my own. Till this day, they call me mom. So because cohabitation without a plan often delays marriage. Now, The first guy actually did propose to me 3 times, and I turned him down ever since because I knew he was just doing too much, and I didn't want to be in that relationship. It had got to where I started hating him. Okay, so yeah, playing the girlfriend, playing the wife as a girlfriend, it delays marriage. So for women, it feels like progress, but for men, it can become comfortable. They can become very comfortable. And they will figure, well, why would I marry you if I can get you to do all the stuff for me for free? Right? I totally understand. And breaking up is harder when the living situation is entangled. A lot of women stay because they're happy, but because it's exhausting to move, to start over and untangle lives. It's not that commitment. It's the convenience, you know. Yeah, Mimi, I totally understand. Now, contrast to that with wifey energy. Wife energy is shared finances, shared home, shared life decisions, taking care of each other through sickness, aging, children. We become the priority. The shift may only make sense after commitment, but not before. Absolutely, Mimi. Absolutely. This is where people can get tripped up. Some women try to earn commitment by cooking, cleaning, mothering, serving, believing if you show him I'd make an amazing wife, he'll marry me, is what a lot of women would be thinking, which is not the case. Again, why would I marry you if you doing all this for me just as my girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? And here's the hard truth, Mimi. A man who wants you will pursue you first because he's crazy about you, not because you can iron shirts. If he's genuinely into you, it may take months before he even notice if you can boil water. Yes, Carla, girl, yes. What actually makes men fall in love is the warmth, the femininity, the respect and personality, the emotional connection, the intimacy, the fun, the chemistry. Domestic skills are the icing, but not the cake. So, Carla, because a man can hire a cleaner, he can order food. What he can't buy is your charm, your softness, your presence, your energy, your passion. Those things on a woman is priceless. Yep, Mimi, you are absolutely correct. They are so priceless. I know mine is. I hope you all's are as well. That's why we say guard your heart. Don't become someone's fantasy to be a perfect servant. Cooking and cleaning, it needs no boundaries, no expectations. These situations are often convenience, not love. So, Carla, this applies to men too. A boyfriend shouldn't demand wife level access, loyalty, or sacrifice without offering husband level leadership, protection, and commitment. You don't get a wife benefit without husband's responsibility. Right, Mimi, right, exactly. Becoming a wife or husband material doesn't mean overgiving early. It means showing consistencies, your character, the effort, and growth over time. Dating is vetting. It's seeing how someone handles responsibility and generosity and commitment and conflict, which brings us to the simplest rule that still works. Match his investment, ladies. If he's pursuing you, planning, investing, then you can give back. If he's lazy, distracted, non-committal, don't you overgive. You take a step back or two or three. Carla, girl, yes. You couldn't have said it better, honey, because time is your currency, more valuable than sex, more valuable than housework. A girlfriend protects her time. Your boyfriend is a chapter in your life. Your husband becomes the central part of your life. That's a big difference. That's a huge difference. Yeah, Mimi. So, ladies, don't rush into wife mode. Don't sacrifice dreams, your careers, your independence. Don't cohabitate without a plan. Don't parent a grown man. Don't audition for marriage. Don't take care of his damn children. Instead, be fun, be supportive, be feminine. Keep your standards. Let him show up. Vet carefully, ladies, okay? A wife gives devotion. A girlfriend gives compassion. And devotion without a ring is premature loyalty. So, ladies, know your worth. Do not, I repeat, do not do wife things as a girlfriend. Because, again, why would I marry you if I can get the milk for free? Right? So before we go, I have a couple of questions I want you guys to answer. Okay. I want to hear your honest answer, because this conversation hits different when you've actually lived it. I know it did for me. Like I said, I've done it a couple of times and for a long time. So, have you ever given wife level efforts to someone who has only offered boyfriend energy? And if so, how did that turn out? Be honest with yourself, okay? Where do you think the line is between being supportive and overgiving too soon? Okay, what about accountability? Do you think cohabiting without a clear plan helps or hurts the commitment, and why? Another big one. What made you realize someone wasn't serious about you? Like their words, their actions. For the women that's listening, what wife things do you think you were taught to give too early? What are the wife things that, say, your mom or your grandmama taught you to give too early? And for the men, at what point do you believe a man should step fully into husband responsibility? Or do you think you should step into husband responsibility? Are you dating for convenience, or are you dating for commitment? Drop your answers in the comments, okay? I really, really want to know what you guys think about this. All right, guys. So let me know what you all think about that. Comment down below what you think about the girlfriend and the wife material, or in some cases the boyfriend and husband material. I mean, it goes for the men too. You know, don't vet yourself. You take it slow as well. Don't do the husband things if you just a boyfriend. Okay, so we are going to like I said, I want you guys to comment down below and let us know what you think. I really want to hear your feedback on this. Okay, so now guys, if this conversation hit you a little too close, that's okay. Sometimes clarity feels uncomfortable before it feels freeing. Okay, dating isn't just about doing more, it's about doing the right things at the right time and with the right person. Okay, know your role. Know the role that you're in. Now you can honor it, but don't rush it. Do not rush ahead of the commitment. If you are a girlfriend, if you are a boyfriend, stay in that lane. Okay? So guys, this has been Adults After Dark. Like I said, let us know in the comments what you think about this topic. If you know someone or know someone in this predicament, or if you are in this predicament, let us know. We will not judge, honey. I have told you my story and I've did it for a long time. Okay, so we will catch you next time on Adults After Dark, where grown folks conversations happen after hours. Bye, night owls.